Yes! It has taken me over 31 years to finally see Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark in a movie theater. I just want to thank everyone who finally brought it back to the theaters. It's going to be released for IMAX for 1 week to tie in with the Blu-ray that's coming out, I believe, the following week. So I had the opportunity to finally see the film in the movie theater, IMAX, and I felt like it looked really, really good. It's an older film, yes, it's from 1981, and they had to blow it up big. Not too big, it was definitely in the 2.35 aspect ratio, but I was glad to just see it in the movie theater. Would I have liked to have seen it on a reel, being projected through a projector? I would have liked all the grainy stuff and all the blips and stuff like that. I think I would have liked that much better. But for what it was just great to finally get to see Raiders of the Lost Ark in the theater. Growing up, we had rented that film too many times. Not enough times. What am I saying? Not enough time. And I had the chance to actually go see the following Indiana Jones movies in the theaters, especially the last one. But I never, for some reason, I don't know if my parents took me maybe as a baby, because the movie did come out when I was 4 years old. So I might have saw it in the theater, but I don't remember it at all. I have no idea if I saw it in the movie theater at all. I'm probably going to have to ask my parents. Throughout my life, I've seen the film countless times, and it holds up so well. It's so entertaining. Indiana Jones is such an iconic character. I don't care who you are, love cinema or not, you at least love Indiana Jones. And once you hear that theme done by John Williams, you instantly fall in love. If you grew up around the time that I was a child, and especially if you got to remember that going through the 80s, you hear the Indiana Jones theme, and you can't help but get goosebumps all over your body or tear up. It's just something that is part of my soul, and I believe part of the souls of all movie lovers. I am just a huge fan of the Indiana Jones character, and I'm so grateful that it exists. I'm grateful for the minds that created it, especially Steven Spielberg and George Lucas. And say what you will, I know the franchise has kind of went downhill in some people's eyes. It's not the in thing to say that you enjoyed the last Indiana Jones movie. But I enjoyed the last Indiana Jones movie. I'm not ashamed of it. I wish there were some things different. I wish it came out a little earlier. But maybe someday I'll share my thoughts about that. But there's a lot of great videos on the internet if you want to hear people really analyze the film. And I can't help but go, yeah, the film's got problems, and I understand. And they just do a really entertaining job at finding the problems of the last film. But forget about the last movie right now. Let's just go back to Raiders of the Lost Ark. For me, The Raiders of the Lost Ark is a movie that I could not watch as a kid, especially near the end. Those last moments in the end of the film, when the Nazis finally they open up the Ark of the Covenant. Now, the theme to the Ark of the Covenant is one of my favorite themes. Yes, I love the main theme of Indiana Jones, but I just love that theme of the Ark of the Covenant. It is so scary and so frightening, and it brings back so many memories of when they finally open it up and all hell breaks loose. And I swear, when Indiana Jones tells Marion, please close your eyes, I literally, as a kid, would close my eyes through that entire scene. I don't think I saw that scene until later in my life, when I finally got the to actually watch that. I don't know, I think I would get up and I would leave during that scene. I just could not watch it. It scared the crap out of me. Watching it again, especially that very end, I got goosebumps all over my body. I'm just watching it, and I'm like, man, how did they get away with this? This movie is rated PG. How is this movie not rated R? It's so violent, and so many people get killed, and especially the main character. One of the most iconic scenes is when Indiana Jones runs through Cairo, and he comes across this big, huge guy, and he's swinging his sword back and forth. Shh, shh, shh. And you think like this amazing fight sequence is going to happen. Maybe he's going to pull out the whip and grab the sword with the whip. Instead, he just pulls out his gun and shoots the guy to death. And he is a loved character. Indiana Jones is a loved character, and he's a killer. But he's always killing the bad guys, right? Yeah, I think he's always killing the bad guys. Got to kill the Nazis. They're evil, of course. Yes. I love the character of Marion Ravenwood, played by Karen Allen. I mean, she doesn't really need Indiana Jones. She can take care of herself. And that is so refreshing. I don't know where women in film were like back in the early 80s. I don't know if they were portrayed as innocent and shy and they always needed a man. But right here we had a character that just didn't need a man. She could take care of herself. She could if someone was in her way and Indiana Jones wasn't around, she could take care of it. She had no problem whatsoever, and she's got a really great theme by John Williams as well. I mean, you hear that music, and I just got to hear that music a few days ago, actually a week ago today, at the John Williams concert. I love all of the music in this movie. John Williams has created such a beautiful score. This was such a great success for Steven Spielberg, because he had just made 1941, which most people would probably consider to be his biggest failure. He just changed the face of the box office with Jaws and Close Encounters, and then 1941 comes out. Nobody sees it in America. So what does he do to come back? Him and George Lucas and the team of very, very creative people, because movies are not made by just one man. They're made by a huge team of collaborators. Remind myself of that. Some directors would probably go, okay, I touched World War II. I'm going to go away from World War II. I'm going to focus on something. No, Spielberg goes right back into World War II, tells a side story, because not really given about the war. The only thing about the war that we're given is that the Nazis are around, they're collecting artifacts, they're completely evil, they'll do anything possible to get this stuff. I love the main bad guy in this film, Balak, but I think the scariest villain in this film is, I don't remember what his name is, but he's always wearing glasses, he's always wearing a black hat, and he's always wearing a black suit. He is so creepy, so evil, and it's so awesome to watch him in his final moments in the movie, and as his face is melting. But there's so many great side characters, including Marcus. Marcus is such a great character, and I love that he comes back in The Last Crusade and he's given a bigger part. Watching this in the theater for the first time was so great. I'm so grateful that I got a chance to go see it. I'm grateful that they brought it back for 1 week to tie in with the Blu-ray that's coming out. I absolutely love this film. This film is completely timeless. It'll never get old. Hundreds and hundreds of years from now, when I'm dead and gone, this movie will still be remembered as a classic adventure. It's exciting and as fresh as the day it came out. It's an extremely entertaining film. Harrison Ford and the rest of the cast do some of their greatest work they've ever done in their lives. This movie just makes me so happy. It gives me so much hope for cinema. And what an action adventure can be like. If it's put in the right hands, it can be so much fun. It can entertain you from the age of 5 to 105. I'm never going to forget this movie. Even if I lose my mind, I am never going to forget Raiders of the Lost Ark. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I'm also on Twitter and Facebook, and please go to WeLiveFilm.com and subscribe right here on YouTube to We Live Film. And also go to WhoYouTube.com. Stupid freaking dog.